So David, my producer, just said to me, okay, go. So I'm going. So we shot a beginner's yoga for you. It's going to be good for you, especially if you're a beginner. Also, if you're just looking for something a little gentle. So, you ready? Let's get going. Hey, let's get started. Okay, so bring your feet out in front of you or in a seated position, obviously. I don't know if you could see that. So, feet out in the front, hands behind, and we're just going to windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Take your time. It's all about time, you know? The timing has to be right, yada, 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 right? We talk a lot about time in the world, in our lives. Time. But it's all relevant. So just windshield wiper side to side. Take your time and breathe. Think about your day or your night or whatever space you're in, maybe your week, and where your head is at, and let everything be where it's supposed to be. Try not to overthink stuff. And then bring your knees over to the right side. So you're going to take your left knee back behind you and pull your right foot in. Your left hand is going to come onto this top hip and you're just going to rock it forward and back. This is a really nice one for your hip if it's tight, your lower back in this area. And the hand is just there to guide the hip. So we're going forward and back and we're breathing deeply and feeling delicious. Very important to feel delicious. Forward and back. Taking that nice deep breath in and long breath out. All that air that enters us, the more the better. The air that leaves us, the more the better. Good. Now push the left hip forward. Your left hand is on your back here. It's helping to nudge the hip forward and hold it there in place. Pull your left shoulder up and back. And open up your chest. Let your jaw relax. And take another deep breath in. And start to quiet the mind a little bit more. Maybe there's some extra space you can find in there. And send a breath into that space. And let it fill with good stuff. And then let your left hip relax. Walk your hands over to this right side. So we have the hands shoulder width. And we're twisting. We're going to hug that belly in, drop the shoulders down, and lengthen up through the top of the head. Nice long spine here, breathing deeply. Maybe you feel a stretch on that left thigh in the front. That's good. Maybe you feel it in your back. Be very mindful of your movements and how you feel. Good, let's rotate with a long spine slowly back to center and then swing this left leg out in front of you. You're going to plant the foot, sit the body so that you're squared with the hips both on the ground, and then take your right heel a little bit more under towards the left hip. You're going to take this left leg, hug it up. This is now your baby. And you're going to rock this baby from side to side. Good. So the way that you hold your baby is totally up to you. Nobody's judging you, okay? It's not a real baby, so that's good. You can hold it like this, hand on foot, hand on knee, or you can bring the arms one under, one on the foot, both under. We're going to hold it steady and then circle it around in one direction. All right, so we went from rocking to circling. And this reminds me of being a witch or something, right? And you're having a cauldron, you're stirring the cauldron. Makes me want to do a witchy noise. Let's circle the opposite way. Take it slow and easy. Keep breathing. How do you feel today? Has anybody asked you that yet today? How do you feel? Let's hug it in. Now this is where really holding the leg is totally your call. So I like to wrap my arms around my leg, right? But I'm a little bit more flexible. You can flex that left foot. You can also bring both arms under, just like I showed you a moment ago. Just like so. You can also bring a hand on the foot and a hand on the knee. These are some awesome little options. Shoulders again, up and back. We want to lengthen up through the top of the head, and we're softening and relaxing the jaw. That's how you relax the jaw. Good. Keep breathing. Good. Now take that left foot down again in front of you and lean back into the hands and take the right foot out in front. We're going to windshield wiper side to side again. Check in with your breath. Good. Let the knees now drop over to the left. Your right knee is going to come back behind you, and your left foot comes in towards your body. Right hand on the hip, we're going to rock forward and back. So how does this side feel compared to the other? It was a long time ago, I know. Do you remember what it feels like? Keep breathing. We're aware of the body parts, right? And how they're connected, but they're also separate parts. Very interesting. Did I just blow your mind? Whoa, man. That was some deep stuff right there. Rocking the hip forward and back. Good. Good. Rock the hip forward. Let's hold it. The right hand is going to sneak a little bit more onto the back of the body there to hold the hip and breathe into that. Shoulders up, that right shoulder up and back. The heart is lifted and opening. The jaw is relaxing. You can invite the breath to go a little bit deeper here, belly, ribs, and chest. Finding a little peace in your mind, in your heart. And encouraging the space between the thoughts. Check out the space, man. Let that right hip relax. And then bring your right hand over to this left side. Hands are shoulder width. We're growing the body tall, so we're pulling the torso up out of the pelvis, and then we're going to rotate into a little twist here to the left. Let the shoulders relax. Little hug of the belly in and up. So you're actively pulling the body out of the pelvis. Shoulders dropping, jaw relaxing, breath is deep. You can flex the right foot. Expand the body out to the sides, the front, the back. Feeling any stretching happening in your rib cage area. Good. Let's slowly rotate back to center, facing forward. Right foot out in front. Square your hips so they're both grounded. Hug the left heel towards the right hip. We're not sitting on it, it's just in front of it. And then your right leg now is your baby. So if you have twins, twin babies, which one's your favorite? All parents say, oh, I don't have a favorite, right? Rock side to side with the leg. But we know the truth. We know the truth. Keep rocking. Breathing. I don't have a favorite. Circle around in one direction. Of course, I'm kidding. I have 3 children. I don't have a favorite. Thank you. Thank you very much. Circle around. Stir your cauldron. And let's circle the opposite way. Breathing, feeling. Good. Let's hug this leg in. This is your hugging of the baby. Wrapping arms around. This is one option. Flexing this right foot. Arms under is another option. I like to put my hands in prayer. Why not? Or a hand on the foot, a hand on the knee. This is an option, right? You decide what feels good for you. Keep that right foot flexed and encourage your spine to lengthen up so you get that really nice stretch in the right hip there. Woo-hoo! Shoulders relaxing, jaw relaxing. Lengthen a little bit more. You're actively pulling your body up and out of your pelvis. That's where the money is, baby. And then breathe deeply into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Expanding out to the sides. Good. Slowly releasing. Right foot out in front. Left foot comes out in front. Excellent job. And we're going to lean back. Feet again planted, and the knees are side to side. Windshield wiper. Good. The fun thing about yoga is if you feel good, then you're doing very well. It's a nice little rule of thumb to follow. So you're going to bring the knees over to one side and you're going to come into table. Hands are underneath the shoulders in table. It's called table because it looks like a table. The knees are underneath the hips. Keep your toes curled under. And that's going to help protect your shin bone from collapsing out from your kneecap area. And we're going to drop the belly down. This is an inhale. Drop the belly. This is cow posture. In some traditions, it's dog. I call it cow. And then round the back into cat. So you're going to tuck your chin here, your tailbone. Drop the belly again. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into cat. Drop that belly, inhale. Exhale into cat. One more time, drop the belly into cow. And exhale, cat. Good. Bring your spine to neutral. Now walk your hands about a foot out in front of your shoulders, and you're going to circle the hips in one direction. So they go back to one side, forward to the other side, back again. Let's move slowly over to the side, forward, side, back. Keep breathing as you move. And notice what you're feeling. What are you feeling? How do you feel? Let's circle the opposite direction. Drawing some nice big circles around and around. Good. Now bow your body here. This is your puppy dog stretch. So you're going to bow the body, head down, arms extended out in front, and keep your hips up behind. And just breathe. So if your head is having trouble reaching the ground, you can always rest it on a block or an extra blanket. Walk your arms a little bit longer out in front, glue your hands down in front of you, and then actively pull your hips back, drop your head down for a nice stretch in the shoulders. And you're going to breathe into that space that you create. Good. Lift your head. We're going to look forward. And now walk your hands in underneath or towards your shoulder area. Actually, bring them all the way under your shoulders. Okay. So your knees are underneath your hips. Take your right leg And stretch it out behind you in the air. Inhale deeply and take that right knee under, round your back and try and touch your nose. Inhale, extending long with the leg. And exhale, bring it under, round your back, try and touch your nose. So it's just really a saying. Inhale, extending. And exhale, bring it under, rounding the back. Does the knee actually touch the nose? Well, not on me. It's just a saying. So see if that's just the direction we want it to go in. Let's do one more extension. Breathe in. And now take that right knee and you're going to bring it forward towards the right wrist. Take the foot out from under you, out to the left. And then your left leg is like an inchworm. You're going to crawl it away from your pelvis. Relax your back toes down to the ground. Walk your hands back. So if you're feeling wonky, it's not a great word, wonky. If you're kind of off to one side with your hips, you can put a blanket underneath that right hip to help square you. So prop it up a little bit and hold that right hip up so that your hips are level and squared, facing forward like headlights. The front of the hips, headlights facing forward, hands underneath shoulders, and you're going to press the ground away here, grow tall through the crown of the head. Now focus on your back leg for a second. Try to get your pinky toe to make contact, or some contact, if it can, with the ground. That's going to help rotate that left leg so it's straight, kneecap is straight down, and you're going to push into the top of that foot as hard as you can, and then pull your heart forward. And breathe. This is your pigeon. Nice back bend. If it's too much on your back, you can walk your hands forward a little bit, right? Give some space to the body. Inhale deeply. And now let's rest our pigeon. So we're going to walk forward. This is very common in yoga classes. Resting the pigeon, coming forward. And stacking the fists is a nice option, or you can use a block to rest your head on. And then where you are, breathe deeply in and send a long breath out. And try to rest anywhere in the body that's feeling tense, tight. Any stress, just let it go. Good. Lift your head. Let those hands walk back in and underneath your shoulders. We're going to breathe. Curl the back toes under. Slide that right leg out underneath you again. So now you're in table. Walk your hands under your shoulders. Wag your tail from side to side. Just free up that tension or tightness. Any kind of residual stuff that you feel in the pelvis. Very gentle movements. And keeping your hands grounded, spread those fingers. Right knee is going to now stay on the ground with the toes on that foot curled under. Take your left leg straight out behind you in the air. Breathe in. Bring the knee under, round your back, try and touch your nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, under. Deep breath, extending. Exhale, under. Extending. And under. Good. Again, extend. Bring it under. Good. One more. Let's extend. Breathe in. And now your left knee is going to go towards your left wrist. And you're going to untuck that foot so it goes over to the right. I'm going to move forward a little bit on my space here. You're going to curl the back toes and inchworm that leg as long as you can away from your pelvis. And then relax your back foot. So the top of the foot is down. Walk your hands so that they're more underneath your shoulders. Rock your hips from side to side. So again, if you're feeling wonky, there's that word, I love it, you can prop your left hip up on something. Check in with your breath. Definitely don't want to be torturing ourselves in yoga. So if you're feeling like you're not breathing right, back off a little bit. You know, give yourself a little bit of a break. It's okay to do that. Let's come to center, and we're squaring these hips. So hands under shoulders somewhat. We're pulling the heart forward. We're gluing the top of that right foot down. The pinky toe is reaching towards the ground, so we rotate that leg straight. And we breathe here, pulling the body forward, the belly up and out of your pelvis, heart reaching forward. So check into what you're feeling here. You can walk the hands forward a little bit for ease on the back. Press the ground away, squeeze the fingertips into the floor. Nice long spine, try and touch the sky with the top of your head. Good, now resting your pigeon. When you're ready, you're gonna walk forward, slow movements. You can use that block for the head or your stacked fists, one on top of the other. Finding some rest here, not forcing the body into anything, just breathing and feeling, letting go. The heavier you can rest your head, the better. And then slowly lift your head, walk your hands in so they're under shoulders. Breathe deeply. Lift the hips, curl the back toes, and slide that left knee underneath your body. Good. So again, let's wag the tail from side to side, free up some of that stuck energy. Whatever it is that's talking to us. Find a smile for the face. Good. Reach your arms out in front of you and bow into that puppy dog stretch. Again, drop your head down. So alternatively, puppy dog, for puppy dog, you can lift into a downward facing dog. Okay, so your feet are planted here, hip width. And your heels are pressing down towards the earth. But we don't need to force them. You don't need to touch the ground with your heels. I get that question a lot. We want to focus more on the back of the body. We want it to be long and straight, not rounded. So if that means for your body, your knees bend in downward dog, let that happen. Spread the fingers wide. You can use blocks under the hands here to extend your arms. It's a nice thing to do. And then try and straighten the legs without rounding the back. Keep your head heavy and your breath deep. Good. Let's walk the feet forward. If you're in puppy dog stretch, you're just going to step one foot forward and then the other. If you're in downward dog, same thing. Step forward and hold a forward bend here, pulling the belly up and over your thighs, and just drop your head down. And take a deep breath into the back body. Let everything go. And now bend your knees. We're gonna lift to a flat back and then open your arms out to a T position. Push your way up to standing very slowly. And then lower your arms down alongside your body. Good. So a little balancing posture. Pull the shoulders up and back, open and lift your heart. Jaw relaxing. Float your arms out to a T. We've all seen the Karate Kid, right? Elbows are gonna bend. I like to pretend I have my buddies on either side of me and we're taking a photo. So an arm on each buddy, wrists are relaxed, shift to the left foot. If you have a block and you want to step your right foot on it, that's a nice option for this posture. This is called the crane pose. So we can lift the right knee up in front. This is an option. Or you can rest that foot onto your block or keep it down on the ground. That's okay too. So breathing in. We're pushing down into that left foot, growing the body tall, jaw relaxed. Holding it for just a moment. Building strength in that left leg. Heart is open. Deep breathing. Good. Now lower the arms and the leg and give yourself a moment. Just checking in. Good. Arms out again around your buddies. Elbows relaxed, wrists relaxed. Right foot holds your weight and the left foot comes to the front a little bit. Make a decision. Lift the knee up or put the foot on your block. Encouraging your body to lift out of your pelvis, your shoulders up and back, your jaw is relaxing. Deep breathing. Ooh, a little wobbly. That's good. Be wobbly. Be wobbly. Lower the leg and lower the arms. Good. Let's shake everything out. Good. Bring your hands together into prayer. Think of a dedication for the rest of your evening, day, week, whatever time of the day it is. And I thank you for joining me. And I will see you for the next program that we do together, the next class. If you have any questions, send me an email. Namaste.